Talk Eswatini, it's episode 6. I hope you guys are enjoying our episodes. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking our page. Don't forget to share the link so that other people can get access to what we talk about, so that people can be tuned to the right frequency and vibration as well as energy. I'm always with you, my guy. So how are you today?
I'm good, my guy. I'm great. I'm excellent. I'm sure they missed us, right? They missed us. It's been long since we shared some wisdom. That's what we do. We share wisdom. We give wisdom. I think it's been long, my guy. But overall, I'm doing okay. How are you?
I don't want to complain, because complaining always is not something that is part of my daily routine. So I don't like complaining. I just stay positive all day. Have good energy, so that it moves me to a certain frequency.
Shout out to Marco, our friend. Hope you from Hong Kong.
From Hong Kong.
I hope you able to watch this, my guy, all the way from Hong Kong. We're still pushing. Here we are. So today we're just sharing wisdom. Make sure you also push that side. Make this video viral. Shout out to Marco.
Okay, bro. Today I just want us to talk about banks.
Okay.
I just want us to go deeper
on banking system.
The banking system. How do they make money? How do they manipulate people?
It's funny how young we are, and they are gonna kill us already. When you're a child and then you start playing with heavy toys, start playing with guns. It's what we're doing. We are now triggering the gurus, like, we know how we're doing at a very young age. Imagine by the time we 30, turning 40, they will be after us, and we will know most of how the system works. So, but I think it's good now to, like, at this young age, we share the wisdom with other people.
The reason we decided to talk about the banks is because 2 weeks ago, our friend gave us Marco gave us some cash, euros. Then we went to the bank to do the forex thing there. And then we discovered something. So that is why today we just wanted to come up here and talk more about the bank. So you remember the charges?
I remember, because what we're doing is, like, when he gave us the cash, we were like, okay, who is euro ranging right now? It was ranging around 19, right?
Yeah, we were using the experience we had in forex.
Like we were ranging around 19, so we wait for it until it's 20, and then it reached 20, and then we go there and they tell us that we can't sell you guys, and we tell them, but I would say the euro is around 20.
Yeah,
so
we know
our store. And then they were like, no, we cannot sell you at 20. All right.
Because we analyzed the previous day, that now price here is making highs and what so it's gonna go up there. So let us keep the money so that we gain more money. Unfortunately, when we went to the bank, it was a different story.
Sometimes we feel like these guys are doing it. It's a scam. You understand? Because how do I sell them something cheap, and when I want it, they're selling for me, like, at a very expensive rate. Understand? So you remember, like, they sold us at around 18. But when you are buying it from them, they're like, we were charging 20. We were charging you 20. You see, it doesn't make sense.
And what happened is, when we did the exchange, by the time we received the money, overnight they charged us a certain percentage.
Exactly.
Let alone that they dosed us from the forex thing, the parity. Let alone
they cheated there. I know. That's how the banks make money, though.
And when we received the money, we were charged when we wanted to withdraw. So
there are so many charges. Like, you're being charged to give them the 100 euros, right? they reduced the rate to 18%. They're saying, okay, we can buy your euro because they're selling it to us, and but we won't buy it today at the standard rate like it's actually right now. So we use it according to our system. You
So
never know.
they want to benefit
They want
in
to
the long
benefit.
run, because
You might find
as
that-
the euro goes up, and they will be doing those transactions online, and they will be.
And you might find also that the system is fixed. You understand? Because no matter how the euro will range, they know it will never go below maybe
Which
18.
means
So they will always sell it for 18, even if maybe it gains like €1 to 24. They will always sell it for 18.
Which means it's not benefiting
it's not-
the people
It's
who's
not benefiting
exchanging
It's
the
actually-
euro.
yeah.
So it's only benefiting
Them.
them, yeah.
Because when they sell it to you, they sell it at the current price. Right? When it's 24, they'll tell you, okay, the euro is ranging at 24. So we're giving you 24, €1 is 24 Malangeni. So it's
So I think people back at home need to be wise and know what's happening outside. Know the bank charges, the interest, and everything. you see. Because we will end up feeding the bank's money. We will go and work so hard, and then we pump the money into the banks. Then we receive nothing at the end but peanuts. You know what happened? When I was young, around 15 years, somebody gave me a lot of money as a gift.
Okay.
Over 15K.
Okay.
By then it was a lot of money.
Yeah, it was 15.
It was a lot of money.
15, man. That was.
What I did is...
You were rich. You were rich.
Yeah, I was rich.
You got your
This is a true
you got your
story.
breakthrough. Yeah.
You know what happened is that we were lacking financial freedom at home. We took the money into a fixed account.
Not actually financial freedom, financial education.
Yeah.
Don't get it.
So we took it to the bank. We fixed it. Do you guess how much I got at the end of the year?
How much?
It was less than 200 Malani. The benefit. So
Also the benefit
now
is
that
like
I understand
it
how
only
the
grew with only 200 Malangeni
my
for
friend,
the rest of the year
the rest of the year. And now that I understand the forex part
of things.
things, I understand how the banks work. I've been thinking that these guys maybe they made double the cash
that you
I deposited. Then they only gave me 200 rand.
you know, to be honest, there are no broke people like the banks.
Yeah,
They are very broke, but
they depend on us.
they outsmart their broke ass into manipulating the way we think. Those guys, they don't have money. They have our money, and then they use it to create money. That's what they do.
Yeah, that's true. Because when we can be like, let's say we are a group of 100 people. We all want to pump in 100,000 each. The banks will manipulate us and give us those words, interest rates, combat what, and charge us that money. Whilst behind the scene, they are making money with our money. I don't know if people understand this. So I feel like now it is best for people to bank online.
It's best. It is to use
The
crypto
wallets.
crypto wallet, because there are less charges there. They are, but they are less compared to the banks. Understand? And we going into the digital world, so we'll be using more of crypto exchange. You see, and I love the way it does, because you can receive money from all the way from UK through your crypto wallet.
There's no restriction.
There's no restriction.
It's a decentralized system.
So people need to create.
I think it's high time we outsmart the banks.
Banks. It's high time we do that.
In the past, you know what happened. They just wanted us to remain illiterate. How? Suppose we go to the bank. We solicit a loan. Do you know if I can say I want to buy a car? You know that they can give me the loan. But if you can come and say, I want a loan of 100,000, I want to invest, you will fill a lot of papers, my guy, and it will take you almost a month, or I mean, so many days to accomplish that. But when I can say I want to buy a car, it is easy. Why? Because they know I'm just gonna buy a liability,
not an asset.
Not an asset.
Yeah.
Somehow, in the long run, I'll be continuing borrowing the money to maintain my car. And when you go to the bank and ask for that sum of money for investment, I know Babona would say this guy is now clever.
What people need to understand is that the people behind the banks, right? The bankers, the top dogs, you see, they are so smart that they know. They do you know how, when you use a bait to catch a mouse, you put cheese and then you put what that thing that was going. So you put cheese and then you put it there, and then the mouse is gonna come in, because it sees that the cheese looks what, it smells nice and it's favorite. Understand? Yeah. So when it goes there, boom, it's dead. It's caught up and it's not escaping now. That's how clever those guys are. You see, now you see when there was introduction of Bitcoin, it wasn't something that came like boom. There were fights and
because they knew that
okay, Bitcoin, the introduction of Bitcoin is going to limit the amount of money going to the banks.
Yeah.
You understand? Because
that's how they make money.
Yeah,
the more we put money,
there are going to be less people going into the bank. You understand? People will be enjoying what to use the crypto wallet, all that. But they are so smart that they know what every person wants a nice thing, right? So they want a nice thing. So as you say, they've introduced what's called credit cards, right?
Yeah.
Most of the Western countries, they have what's called credit cards. So the credit cards, you can buy something at any time as credit, and then you will pay it. Understand?
Without teaching you,
they won't teach you because you know what, when you take this money, you pay it. Maybe you take 2 million, you pay just 3 million. They won't teach you that. You won't even see that you're gonna pay 3 million.
Just enjoy that you are buying things.
You see. Is that what they do? I think they're in connection with those guys that make nice cars, beautiful cars, sport cars. They're like, okay, create this specific kind of car, right? So they create a specific kind of car. They know that, okay, this guy is gonna want this car. So because of the advertisement of the car, you will want the car. And because of the credit card, you'll be like, I can get the car, right? And then you get the car. What do? You don't realize that you've just created a debt of a liability.
Yeah.
Understand? That money you're going to pay, maybe you bought a car for 2 million, you're gonna pay this 3 million, 4 million. You understand the concept?
Yeah.
So they've come to this, they've made them, they are so clever that they know how to manipulate us. They know what we want, what we want. That's why I'm saying it is good to always to live below your means. Understand?
Because once you
just live below, because you will understand that, okay, if they're advertising this car, I don't want this car. I can take public transport for now. Understand? If you can purchase a car, I can get a cheaper car until you accomplish what your goal. Not to depend too much on banks and like credit cards. As you say, banks, they enjoy slave trade.
Yeah.
They don't enjoy financial freedom to a person. That's why they will never give you a loan to start a business. You're gonna write letters and then they're going to check you 1,000 times before they give you that. Maybe after 6 years, they'll be like, they've wasted your time.
Somehow
they've killed your time somewhere.
When they do the advertisements, they make it appear as something that is easy to get. But when you want to buy the cars, just like we are saying, the liabilities, it is easy and fast.
And have you noticed, we were at the bank when we were doing the euro exchange thing, have you noticed that when banks advertise loans, they don't advertise business things, they advertise liabilities.
Yeah.
They advertise, buy a car, you can get a car, you can get a house, you can get this beautiful. They don't advertise, okay, we can start a business, and then they don't do that because they know it's okay. Once we teach them the financial freedom of things, they're gonna be clever. But if we advertise the car.
Something that
People want the car.
is a liability.
You see, and people confuse the liability and assets and think a car is a liability, it's an asset. Actually, it's a liability. And I think, like, I bought a car, I can sell it anytime. Man, who wants a car? Because you're gonna sell the car cheaper than the price you bought it.
Yeah, because it depreciates.
Depreciates, and it is a lot. You need fuel, you need maintenance. So
and you will end up going back to the bank.
You go up to the bank and ask for another loan. Yeah. I don't have a problem of going to the bank and ask a loan because you want to start a business. Understand? That's doable, but it's hard.
Yeah,
they don't give you that money easily. You can ask 2 million because you want to buy a kind of give you without even a lot of papers.
Yeah.
But ask 2 million, want to start a business. Try me 6 years. You even give up. Like, it doesn't work. You see. So they give you a loan for school. They give you a loan to buy a laptop. They give you a loan to buy a car.
Because they know they are going to take the money.
Mm-hmm. They're promoting school because they know school is a scam.
Yeah.
Right? They're promoting school.
You go to work. You're working for the system. Go and bank.
You see.
Then they charge you and
exactly
give you those words, interest rates, what not.
So when you look at the triangle, the system is being controlled by the banks.
Yeah.
I understand. They're the ones bending the system. Like, okay, so they promote what
will benefit
them.
Okay,
I understand. Yeah. So they will be bending like, you want to learn for study? Oh, that's good. How much? 25,000. Oh, great. The next day you got a loan for study. School fees done, paid because they're not going to
pay back that money. Double.
Yeah. Triple.
But this is something people don't look into it.
They don't. Yeah.
It is deep.
Step.
I think people need to be financially educated.
Yeah, a lot. There's a lot that's happening.
Because even now, people still don't know that whenever you're having a credit card and then you want to withdraw money, then you allow the ATM to print out the receipt. It's gonna charge you for that.
A lot. This is what I'm afraid of between you and I. What I'm afraid of, we are heading towards a journey whereby we will require a black card. You understand?
Yeah.
So here's the thing with the black card. There's a lot of charges, but they push you there.
Why?
You don't get there. They tell you it's okay, you cannot bank with us if you don't have black card because your money is too much. So please, you see, please get away. And then they will give you the black card, like but they will use a software of it. You know what? With this black card, you can buy anything, anytime. There's no limit. Even if you don't have money, you can use the black card
because they know.
You're gonna pay. You understand? So this thing of breaking, hey, I have a black card. It's not something you should break about, my guy.
Yeah, it's a good thing because you don't. Whenever you are in the bank, you are not part of the queue. Moving around like
those that are the benefits, but you catch your financial crisis.
But you will catch. They will catch
because
up.
They catch up with you. Your financial crisis. Like me, I cannot be happy for a black card. I will never be happy for a black card because I now understand that it charges me 600 a month.
For
just for it being there.
Nothing, yeah.
For it being there, and then for swiping, I pay. For
daily charges. What?
The what can I say? The less time I spend like in the queues, I pay for that, but you are too blind to see. Like, you know, my things are quick.
You see that in this life, we always pay.
You pay for
everything.
You pay for everything. I'm like, me, I don't stand in a long queue in a bank because of the card. No, it's because you're paying.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, you're paying, but you don't know that you're paying.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
even financial education or any kind of education, you always pay for that, even if it cannot be cash. Even now, we are talking about the banks and stuff. Somehow the one who is watching has to pay. What? Attention. So
pay attention.
You will always pay for everything.
There's
nothing for free.
You don't get anything for free. You don't. So people are like, me, I'm fast. Me, I will never be happy for a black card. I will never be happy. That's why when I love to do the crypto wallet because I know with my card right now, I can always limit myself. Okay, I can put this amount of money there, and they won't charge me. So they won't be like, after you know what, to get a play card, they won't be like that. So you always have to try to avoid tax. That's what's your main goal. Wake up every day. Today, how am I going to try avoiding tax? Because there's a lot of tax.
You mean in the olden days we were living a good lifestyle because we were just stashing our money and our best, just like the
Indians.
The Indians are doing, because they understand the logic behind.
They understand the logic behind it. And the you know, when the banks came in, they said like, it's not good to put your money under the bed. It's not good, because what is risky? What if a thief can come? So they bring the negative things about it.
So that
they don't bring the positive things about it. But if you bring the positive things about it, you know what? If I put my money under my pillow, I don't get taxed.
Yes.
It's not being taxed. I just received my 2,000 as it is. I put it in the bank. A friend of mine he hasn't been using his card, I think, for 3 months right now. And he was like, you know what? I want to go back to the forex industry, and I need to find an account. But my bank balance is killing me.
It's negative.
I'm like, oh, how much your bank balance? It's like, I'm running negative, I think 100 something or 200. I'm like, for what?
For just having the card.
For just having the card. So you see, you're not using the card.
In as much as it is good to have the banks, but I feel like there is so much we are not told.
Yeah, there's so much we're not told.
Yeah, because these people are benefiting from us being ill-trained.
Yeah, they're making us slaves.
We're working for them.
Yeah, we're working for them. They are the system, understand? But there are benefits of that, of using
because
banks.
the money is always protected.
The money is always protected.
Yeah.
And there's the convenience. I love the convenience.
Yeah.
Like when you can do a shop, you just don't have to go straight into it. Just swipe, and then you're done.
It's a good thing to work hand in hand with the banks, but then I feel like you need to understand the secrets behind so that you avoid certain things like churches, interest, what not. Yeah.
But besides that, all is that's more or less about the banks. So people have to be taught about the system. They need to. So guys, we're not against the banks.
Yeah, we're just trying to bring an idea so that you people can unpack it there and then find a way out.
So because no, I wouldn't. Don't be a slave. You guys have been asking us, what's the system? The system is the banks. They're the ones who are running the world. Trust me or
the
not.
matrix.
That's the matrix. People, what's matrix? Matrix is the banks.
Yeah,
they go to you, like they can do anything at any time that they want. They can raise the inflation, they increase the
just
inflation.
like it is happening right
you
now.
See,
interest rates are high, loans, what?
Yesterday we were talking about this thing called the Madlatul. I wrote about it in my status. That was a famine of 1929.
Yeah.
Madlatul. So it was a global inflation. It was global. So businesses were not doing okay, and you see the impact that they had in the world. You see that they controlled the world. These guys were like, okay, let's shut down, let's restart. And there was so much inflation. So to an extent, it even affected the youngest child. You see how powerful these guys are.
Yeah.
Affected, like, hey, come here when there was food. You don't tell anyone. That's much that
you just eat and
you just eat. Like, and go play. Don't tell anyone that you've eaten.
And continue complaining that you are hungry.
Continue to say, I'm hungry. While you are sorted. That's
alright. I once heard you talking about financial freedom and financial education. What's your take on that?
Financial education. My take on financial education is I would love people to be financially free, understand? So through the introduction of financial education, because it's something they are not taught about. You're not taught about. I've never learned anything when it comes to financial education. I taught myself. I'm still teaching myself. You understand? Like, how does money moves? Right. That's
how banks make money.
How banks make money.
Yeah, It is not what people this system teaches us in school. I've been wondering why because we are working with the matrix, so some things you just question and then there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
I was asking one of the big guys, why is financial education not introduced at the primary level?
Yeah.
Teach people how money works, the basics, at least the basics, so that when these children they go to high school and university, at least they know something. You see, they should go deeper into that. You see, if I was controlling the system, I was gonna teach people, the young generation, forex now, because every day we talk about money exchange.
Yeah.
It has been there, but we are taught as small percentage. You see.
But you wouldn't be able to, because the system that you work against with is so powerful. They are very powerful group of guys, right? That they can do anything anytime. You see, when you say you want to start a financial education, right? You want to teach people at a young age how to make money. You know what the system does? There are two things the system does. One is to kill you, and one is to bring you close to them. How do you bring you close to them so that you can shut up?
Or to put you in jail.
Yeah, that's bad. So they either do that, and then if you agree to them, they'll give you a lot of money. Right? Okay, just shut up.
Don't tell people.
Don't tell people. Don't talk about this.
Because if we can all be financially free, nobody can control that.
No, we can all be.
You see, this is what is gonna happen.
But it's a good thing though, because if you are all financially free, then it's equilibrium. I understand.
Yeah.
To teach people financial education, because if we, let's not lie, we want as much people as possible to be financially free. But it shouldn't be it shouldn't come to a state where it's equilibrium, because there'll be no economy there, because the movement of money won't be there. Understand?
You mean that we still need that guy who will always say, no, I don't want to learn.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we need that person to go
and save the rich person.
Yeah.
And when you save the rich person, we need that money that you get from the rich person, so that you can go give it back to a rich person. You understand? That's what we want money to do. Because if we are there's equilibrium, then money is not moving, it's stagnant. There's no economy. Yeah. So no one is giving money, no one is poorer than the other. So we need poor people, we need rich people, we need middle class people.
Well, you are touching a very good point there. You know, we've been hit by COVID. So what happened is the big guns, the people who are up there, they gave us money, free money.
Mm-hmm.
And exactly. I understand that that was not free money, because these people are the very same people who own the shops.
Exactly.
Where we buy food, the bank. So when they give you money for free, they know you are going to take it back to them.
Exactly.
These people are clever.
They are very clever. And we have to know, when you are in the journey of getting financial education, put in mind that the bank is always the enemy.
Yeah.
Right. So as you learn, know that your bank is always an enemy. So when you make the bank an enemy, it gives you focus that you want to beat the system. Understand? You see, I like Andrew Tate. You see, he knew that the bank is the enemy. No, nobody else. Not your friend. I don't care, but the bank, because I love money.
Because money is everywhere.
Yes.
It's just that the banks are trying to control the money, which is everywhere.
They are the banks. The banks are the ones who are controlling the money. And once you get the secret of how they control the money, why are you poor? So the reason, because all I love, when you make the bank your enemy, the Bible says, love your enemy as you love yourself. You will love the banks. And when you study your enemy closer, you know this is how they operate. Because when you study your enemy, you know what's the next blow is gonna be. So when you blow, you know how I need to dodge that one, because you bring the enemy closer.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because you remember when we started this forex thing? When we were back at home, we never knew anything about the banks. We never knew anything. At the moment we went to the banks and kept on funding those accounts, and they were blowing, funding.
You learn.
We understood how the banks work.
And the moment, when the other thing we understood, when we entered the world of forex, this was our aim. Like, want to learn forex, get money, and then done. But when we venture into it, some other things pop up. You see, when you are in a journey of becoming something great, there are other things that are gonna pop up. That you're gonna feel like that they are making a delay in your progress. Actually, they are not.
But it's part of the progress.
It's part of the progress.
You have to trust it.
Tine wanted to learn forex. Boom, forex, and then we did that. But then from there we came back like, no man. We started learning what financial. How does money? We forget about forex.
Yeah.
Like, we forget about the money. How does it work? You understand? That's how we started to. Okay, if this is the trick of the money, if this is how it moves, how should I behave? Understand? So you mark your behavior. And when you mark your behavior, you start moving, you start reading, you gain interest. Like, okay. And then we understood there's something called the matrix. Oh, what's that? And we went further into that. Okay, those are the banks, those are the top dogs. Right? That's who are making our life an illusion. Understand? So, like, okay, that's what they do. This is what they promote. Go against it. Save money, don't save money. Understand? Buy a car, don't buy a car. Buy an asset. So you oppose what they're saying. Go to school. You know what? I'll go to school, but I want to go learn about money, the movement of money. Because at the end of the day, even if you go to school, let's be honest, you want money.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
That's true.
I'm going to school because I'm programmed that I'll get a job and I'll start making money, and I tell myself that one day I'll be rich, or at least I'm lying to myself. You see, and then you die not being rich.
So there is no financial freedom. Financial freedom is really not there, because you know what is happening. People, they build those big houses.
Yeah.
But they spend most of their time away at work, not inside their houses. They buy cars.
Exactly.
And they drive those cars to work.
Exactly.
So there's no financial freedom. You are just not enjoying your money because you are working for someone. Whilst you are not enjoying what you have in possession. So financial freedom is not there.
And the people are very happy when they get a job that pays around 100K per month.
Not knowing that
that money, half of that money, not even half, 60% of that money is not yours.
Just like here in Swaziland. If you have 100,000.
So let's say you have 100,000.
33,000
is not yours. That's for the king, right? And the servants. You understand? Yeah. That's how the king's rich, because the king understood
how the money works.
That's why I'm sorry to say this, but that's why that guy is my role model. I've learned a lot from him. Besides that, the country is like, but I learned a lot from the king. He's my role model. I love him. So he knew how the money moves. It's like, okay, 33%. It's for the state. Who's the state? He's the state.
Yeah.
You understand? So the money comes. So when you earn 100,000, he's getting a share.
33,000.
The share of that money. Some of it is going to the state.
Let alone the charges, the bank charges.
Bank charges. So it's 33,000 is gone. So now we look. There's what's called Lidleland Women. In Swaziland, it's called Lidleland Women. Who's paying Lidleland Women? Have you ever asked yourself that question?
The state.
The state. Who's the state? Ask yourself that question. Who's the state? So you see now is making money. The state is making money through what? Through tax. And then there's pay as you earn.
What else?
There's pay as you earn. Pay as you earn, that one they take money. We are working hard. Give us money. We won't receive that money. Just it's pay as you earn. I think we pay because you're working. It's like being appreciation that I'm working. Understand? So how much money have you lost? And then not talking about the other schemes you have to pay, like
you have to pay
SNAT,
for school fees,
I'm not
food. Not
I'm talking about organization that is not. If you're a teacher, you have to. It's a must. Pay
parent
SNAT.
schemes.
Parent scheme is so SNAT. You have to pay SNAT. It's a must. So that's it.
How much is
How
that?
much money is left now? Probably 20,000. And then you have to pay for school fees. You have to pay for your car, for fuel. And be like, I'm earning a lot of money. No, you're not earning a lot of money. You're just being broke. And you're not seeing.
Yeah, it's because you don't understand the secret behind
You don't know
earning 100,000, right?
there are a lot of people that earn 100,000, but they're in debt.
Yeah.
Terrible debt.
It
You
was
ask yourself,
even the
what's
lifestyle. You feel like no, I have to change the lifestyle because
And-
these people know I earn 100,000.
Yeah, and I-
then you start to spend a
happening? Yeah.
lot of money.
You see, when I can earn 100,000, because I'm financially literate, I know it's okay. 100,000, that's a lot of money. But how much money belongs to me? Ask yourself that question. How much money belongs to me? 10,000, that's money not enough. Find other ways to run away from tax. You
Have
see,
streams of income.
have streams of income, have passive income, have steady income. You see, have a lot of income.
By then, you are trying to be financially free.
We're trying to be financially free.
Okay.
I read this book by Robert Kiyosaki. He said he left a job that paid him close to 300K per month. He left that job and went to a job that paid him $1 per hour.
Why? Because he understood.
Because he knew that was part of his training. You know what? I cannot learn this job. He knew the taxes. He wanted to run away from that. He knew that half of the money doesn't belong to me. So how do I run away from tax? So he was like, okay, I'll work for this person because this person is gonna teach me this and this and this and this.
Okay, so you touched a point of the state here. You said the state is the one that is imposing taxes, whatnot and whatnot. Because they are not charged.
They are not.
They are enjoying 100% the money.
100%. Who's charging the state?
Nobody.
Except for the UN. Like if they have a debt in the United Nations or the African Union, they have to pay that.
Because those people, they understand how money moves.
They don't understand how money moves.
That's why they are not paying NSF.
Exactly.
The moment you don't understand what is happening, you will always pay. Just like we used to pay for water.
You always pay.
Yeah.
So, but there's a time I told you, I think we were in town, I told you, the less you know, the free you are.
Yeah,
The more you know, the harder life is.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, that's true.
When you look at our lives, it's complicated than
No.
a person who doesn't know. It's a person who's like, I need to finish school, get a job done. Their life is very simple. But us, this thing of getting a job.
I know.
No, I want to stay. I want to have my time into me. I'm selfish of my time.
You know, I've been
So
talking
our
to
life
my
has been
sister,
complicated.
I think last week. She was saying, after you're done with what we are doing right now, what are you planning to do? The first thing I told her is that I don't want to go. Because I know there is no financial freedom at all.
Yeah, I'm not coming home.
So why should I go there? There is no money.
Where I am, what am I doing at home?
Yes, life requires money where we are now, but I rather struggle
Sleep under the bridge.
until I get what I want. The
You know-
financial freedom.
A millionaire is not a millionaire because they have money. A millionaire is a millionaire because their mindset is a millionaire. You understand?
Yeah, that's true.
Do you understand what I'm saying? A millionaire is not a millionaire because he has money. That's just how the world describe it. But how I describe a millionaire is someone who has $1 million mind. You understand?
It's based on what you think.
It's based on what you do, your daily routines, and what you can sleep under the bridge, you can sell maize, you can do all that. The other time we were talking about, every person is an opportunity for you that's always gonna come your way, and when it comes,
the
it's
universe is
appointed
always
to you.
working for everyone.
I was looking at Anglo Waffles. You see, Anglo Waffles was a known person, like generally known around Babane on the street. She wasn't someone popular. But one day she got a recognition, right? Okay, from Drake, from Norway. The next day, Andrew Waffles followers from Twitter were like, boom, showed up. I'm like, what? What's happening? And now she's very expensive. You can't even have a conversation with her.
Yeah.
With her, I mean, you can't have a conversation with Andrew Waffles.
It's hard to even bring her back to Swaziland
because
that's her home.
That is her home.
Come and perform in Swaziland.
To tell God, you guys don't have money. Because
but then before it was easy.
Because a gig she charges around 300,000, and you see Swaziland can they pay 300,000? My God, if an MP earns 40,000, and you want 300,000 for one night, is that possible?
Not easy.
It's not easy.
So I think people at home they've learned a lot from this conversation we are having. Unless you don't want to learn anything, it's fine. Then, because I understand why. It's because our mind as Africans was programmed. So now I want us to talk more about the African lifestyle.
How we were programmed.
Yeah, how we were programmed.
Yeah. That's a very tough topic. It's tough and it's very sensitive.
Yeah.
You understand? Because why am I saying it's sensitive? Because Africans still have the trauma of that programming. You understand? It wasn't an easy. We're still striving through that trauma. Understand? I don't like talking about it, but the more I talk about it, the more I get to release the trauma. Understand?
Yeah.
Because when you look at history, when the Africans, they used to be hunter-gatherers, understand?
Yeah.
Hunt food. You see,
we were rich by then.
We were rich. Hunt food. We had enough.
Minerals.
And we had a lot of money, minerals, with a lot of gold.
Yeah.
That was we had the richest man ever was an African. King Samusa was an African. He was the richest man
Those
ever.
people who are there, they are broke because
those people
they are looting
if Africa can shut down, like no, we're not exporting any of our resources. You can see how America can start staggering. See, you can see how Europe can start shaking.
There's a country, I've forgotten the country. They say it is rich in gold, but they don't have the mines.
It's
why? Because
it's Libya. So they are very rich in gold. Zimbabwe, they are very rich in diamonds, but Zimbabwe is currently doing what?
But there's a country. Is it UK or something? They say they are rich in gold, but
the gold belongs to Africa. Yeah, the diamond, that was in the Queen's what?
This whatsoever it is.
That gem came in Africa. You understand? The most expensive gem came in South Africa. It was a South African gem. You understand? So it was stolen. So what happened is when you date back in history, when the European came to Africa, they found the activities that we were doing. And they understood that these guys, they are very strong. Looking at the minerals, looking at their activities, looking at their daily routine, they are living with nature. They are one with nature. Yeah. Africans were one with nature because nature is a very powerful thing. They were one with nature. That's why you don't find a lot of earthquakes, tsunamis in Africa, because Africans were one with nature.
They respect nature. Once you respect nature
will respect you. Understand? That's what they did. So when the European came, they found that, and they were afraid of the Africans.
Then they did what?
So what they did is they mastered the behavior of a bully in school. Do you know how a bully behaves? Do you know a bully becomes a bully because he's afraid of something. There's something he's afraid of, and he's trying to hide it. Understand? So that you cannot see that he's afraid. So they mastered the behavior of a bully. Understand? So that they started creating fear in Africans. How did they do that? They introduced what was called apartheid in South Africa, and it spread up to Swaziland and to most of Southern Africa. They introduced what's called apartheid. I'm talking about Bosisi Chundros, all those guys. It was the government by then. So they introduced apartheid. So when they introduced apartheid, they had the guns and they had everything. You understand? So Africans became so afraid to an extent that they started respecting what the Europeans were already introducing to them. Understand? So they started respecting that, and they started following the routines.
That is where they brought in the banks.
That when they brought in the banks, because we didn't use money, we were barter trading.
Yes.
That's what we were doing. We were barter trading.
Trading was there.
It's what we're doing. Hey, I got a goat. I need a maize. You exchange. That's what we do. We didn't bother about stuff for money.
Now they manipulated our minds, and this is what I think these people did. You see the US dollar, how it is. Everything, almost everything revolves around the dollar.
Yeah.
When you bring in barter trade, this is what happened. They said, I have gold,
Yeah.
and me, I have what? Cattle. This is what they did. The dollar, they came in between us.
Yeah.
And became the median, so that they can manipulate us. Yet in the past, it was easy to do those exchanges, but now that there is a dollar in between, it is not easy.
It's not easy.
They brought so many interesting words there, like the charges, the interest, and what, because they wanted to
manipulate us. So they did so they did that during the apartheid stage, and then they understood that now they have won the control. They've gained the control of the of the Africans. They knew that they had to introduce what's called fear, the power of fear. You know, when you fear something, you always respect the rest of your life.
Yeah,
so
if
you fear a lion, if a lion can come in and start, do you know that because psychologically you fear a lion, you can freeze. You understand? Your brain shuts down. That's fear. That's the power of fear and something. That's why they say always overcoming fear, because fear can either kill you or it can either build you. That's two things. So what it did to Africans, it killed most Africans. It didn't build Africans. It killed Africans. How? So they started fearing the white guys, like everything. So when they introduced the fear, the white guys, we started giving them, you know, when you fear something, you give it value and you give it dignity and you give it, like, you respect it. So that's what we did. We feared them and we gave them what? The respect. And we associated them with, like, people that have money, you understand? And the more we did that, they became bosses, you understand? So the white people were becoming bosses everywhere. Like, you start something, a white person is a head. I'm from an environment whereby I've seen a lot of that things. So they did that and they implanted that, you understand, in Africans. And then Africans live under that routine, so to an extent that the fear became a biological inheritance. Understand? So the inheritance became part of us. Understand? Like, you know what? Whenever I see a white person, that's fear.
Yeah.
Because you know, when you see a white person, you see man. You associate them with man. You associate them with respect, and you think they are boss.
Yet some of these people are not.
And yet some of those people, they are broke, and they are not even. They don't deserve the kind of respect to give them. But because we give them that respect, we keep on elevating them, and we don't realize that we're elevating them because of the trauma we had behind us. So that's what they did with Africans. When fear became our political inheritance, being bossy became a political inheritance in the white people. Even the white child became a political inheritance. That a white child knew that a black person will always save him, understand? And a black child grew up having the mentality that, you know what, I'll always save a white person, you understand? So it's that inheritance, it's still there, and it's still growing, you understand? It's still there, because that's why you see most of the time, white people, they succeed compared to black people. You take a black child, you take a white child, you put them in the same school, understand? Do you know that a white child will always succeed than a black child? When the white child enters the same class where the black children are, the black child would automatically
Ah.
uplift the white child. The black child is the one that's going to vote a monitor. They will vote for a white child, even in that class. But a white child, even if a black child can go into white classroom, they will never vote. A white child will never vote a black child to be top of the class, to be the monitor of the class. That's more. See these things at a younger age when the children are still growing up. Understand?
From school level,
From school
national level, international level.
International level. To an extent today, what we have, most of the people that are rich here in Swaziland, they are white. I'm talking about Neil Reckenberg. He's the MP. He's white. He's Swazi, yeah, I agree with that. But he's white. Because he grew up with the mentality that, you know what, we have that fear, we are uplifting him as black people, you understand? To an extent that, you see, so what I'm saying is, the trauma is still among us Africans. Because even today, when, let me say, I can make an example. I can take you and I can take a white person, right? And then we travel down the road. Most of the kids, do you know what the kids will do? They will ask money from the white person, not the black person. Because they know the black person doesn't mind. They know black person doesn't mind. The white person has money. Because psychologically we program that white person has money and white person is always feared. And that's how they did this thing. So sometimes it's not general cases that we have to break. It's the mentality that we have to break. Because the moment we you see me, I came to realize it's not like I grew up not fearing white people. I mean, example, I grew up fearing white people. I grew up respecting them. I grew up respecting that because I'm still having that trauma of what they did to us back then. Understand? But I'm gradually learning how to overcome that fear. That when I see a white person, I see a random person. When I need help, I can ask a white person, I ask a black person with the same tone and with the same respect. Without saying, a white person has more money. No, they don't. Because the moment you say they have more money than you, that's what you're giving them the respect, right? So the universe automatically uplifts them because you have already uplifted them. But if you're like, no, we are all equal, right? We all share the same blood. Red, no one has a green blood. Red.
It's just the color.
It's just the color, it's just the skin color. Right? No. Hey, Dave man, when you will never ever see me in a white person like say and then in a black person, no. If I say in a white person, I give the same respect to a black person. Say. Because of I look at their level, their frequency. No. They are all vibrating at the same level.
I can see.
So I can go to Middle Reckenberg and be like, say, not because he's white, because of what? His status. He's the MP. He has more money compared to me. You understand?
As for now.
But I cannot undermine the king compared to what? Reckenberg. The status of the king is much more. The king is black. So I'll be like, I'll give him more respect than me. You understand? He's a black man. He's a king. He has a lot of money than me. So I'll be like, say with extra respect with them because of the status. You understand? So I examine your status before I give you my respect. I don't give you my respect because you are white and because you are black. I don't do that. I don't do that, and we shouldn't do that because that's what is crippling us.
You, my friend. I feel like you have programmed your mind to the right state. Because I want us to touch on this point. I heard you talking about black people and nature. You said that they were one into one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That parity. So what the white people did is that they even manipulated the way we use the nature.
Exactly.
Way back, we were using herbs and all the stuff for a living. But what they did is they introduced their own science Yes, we had our own science, which was very powerful.
Very powerful.
Very powerful.
It's just that it
Even
didn't
now,
have a name. It didn't have a name. That's the thing. It didn't have a name. It didn't have a fancy
I
name.
think it's because we didn't document our science.
Yeah.
That's why now it's like the Western life overpowers
It's
our
We're not
things, because-
documenting it. Yeah.
Yes, otherwise there are so many powerful things that the Africans did with nature, but then the whites, they manipulated us not into believing in the power of nature. What they did is they introduced tablets. Now, whenever you feel headache, take tablets.
Take
Yet,
medication.
way back, they used what herbs to
Herbs,
do
yeah.
away with that.
Yeah. But now we no longer do that.
Yeah.
We no longer do that. So we came to a point whereby we are changing as Africans. We are allowing us to dominate. But here's one thing I want you to hold, and one thing we want to be sure of. The generation we are moving towards, they are going to change things around.
Yeah.
They are going to change things around.
Now that we are going digital,
Africa is going to become a superpower. Trust me.
Yeah,
Africa is going
that's
to become a superpower because the generation doesn't think. They've realized that okay, we are being manipulated by these guys.
They've
We should
reprogrammed
stop.
their
We
minds,
should
yeah.
stop. Like, this is the end. This way it runs out. So yeah, Africa is going to be great. It'll be great. I love what they are doing, and I love what you're doing.
it's been an interesting session,
Yeah.
my guy. Thank you for being with us even today. I know it's a Wednesday.
Yeah, the market.
The market is moving, but we sacrificed our time to try to bring people to a certain frequency energy level. So we appreciate that, and people back at home appreciate you for watching. It's Chill and Talk Eswatini. Thank you.